What's up guys, welcome to another video today from the city of Tiraspol. To most, Tiraspol is the second biggest city in the country of Moldova. But if you ask people here, people from this city, they'll tell you that Tiraspol is the capital of a different country, a country called Transnistria. Transnistria, officially known here as the Transnistrian Moldavian Republic, is a country a state which split off from Moldova following the fall of the Soviet Union. Although not recognized abroad by the United Nations, this state has its own president, its own government, its own police, and even its own military. However, it's not only that. This state has its own constitution. It has its own flag, as you can see behind me here. It has its own car registration, and it even has its own currency, which can be used to buy and sell things here in Transnistria, but outside this very small piece of land, it's just paper. So now you've heard a little introduction, you know about this little tiny state between Moldova and Ukraine, and now it's time to look around. I arrived to Transnistria through the beautiful Moldovan countryside and via the train, and got off here at the Vokzal, the train station. The walk from the train station to the centre was through residential areas, and here you can see they are definitely due a lick of paint or two. Of course, there was a beautiful church on the way to the centre on this street, Lenin Street. The street is also the home to Tiraspol's most famous export, Kvint. The centre feels very Soviet, with the classic Khrushchevki and very few modern buildings. After Lenin Street, I turned onto the main street in Tiraspol, 25th of October Street. I popped into the bank to get some local rubles and wanted to make a collection of all the notes. Here we see the 100 and the 50 respectively, with the faces of Dmitry Kantemir and Taras Shevchenko. The street continues down to the main square of Tiraspol and the main centerpiece of the city. Behind me you see here the symbol, the kind of coat of arms of the state of Transnistria, and above it are the flags of Transnistria and the flag of Russia. Transnistria and Russia have a very close relationship. Next to it we see a bunch of other flags which I don't know exactly what they are. I guess they must be regions in this area. But over here, a little bit more interestingly, you see three flags. Those are three other unrecognized countries, but they all recognize each other, and they have a bond and a friendship, and they support each other and their bids to be accepted as real countries on the international stage. And here you can see their support with their three flags right here. The main site here in this city is this statue. This is a statue of Suvorov, the guy who founded this city. Because of this legacy, here is a great figure, a great hero, and a great part of the nationalist identity here in Transnistria and the city of Tiraspol. His likeness is even on most of the new currency they have here in this state. After the square, I continued down 25th of October Street to the most famous site in Tiraspol, the Lenin Statue. By sheer coincidence, I happened to be in Tiraspol on the day of some sort of military remembrance parade. Here are some soldiers getting in their bus. Continuing down the street, I arrived at the War Memorial. This memorial is distinct in the fact that most Soviet war memorials focus on World War II only, but this one in Transnistria also focuses on their own war of independence fighting in the early 90s, when over 300 people died fighting a war between Moldova and Russia-backed Transnistria. Relatively close to the memorial was the local market, creatively named Green Market. I was rather impressed by the quality of the food and just how appetizing it looked. Unfortunately, this was my end of my trip to Transnistria, as I had to be somewhere else the next day. But here is my sped up bumpy bus ride leaving the city. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please like, comment and subscribe. Thank you and goodbye.